Hello everyone! Today we continue working with the asymmetric skirt. First, let's have a look at what we have here. Have a look at this piece of fabric. This is light pink denim. I think that the color is very beautiful. Have a look at this spool of threads. Threads used for top stitching should be darker than the fabric. When choosing fabric, buy threads too. Jean style requires a lot of top stitching. The threads I'm going to use are of a very good quality. This is the piece of fabric I'm going to use for lining. I also want to make a blouse to wear it with this skirt. It will be made of this piece of cotton. Let's have a look at the original picture once again. Have a look here. I also want to make such vest. I love the design, and I think that it will look great together with the skirt. I'll show you some details. Notice that the back is longer than the front. I will make exactly the same one as in the picture. You know that I love small, simple details. I will also make a simple blouse. The design will be very simple, and this summer shirt will be very light. It will be a casual outfit. I will make a striped blouse. Striped items remind me of sports style. I like it that some stripes match the fabric, but the fabric is not single-colored. I don't like single-colored outfits. I'm happy that this one will be so simple, but at the same time beautiful. Anyway, let's get back to the skirt. I'll talk to you about the vest and the shirt later. You can see that I marked this design in the book. I can move everything else aside. I remind you that threads for top stitching should be either contrastive or a bit darker than the main fabric. Let's start cutting the skirt. I remind you that there should be a fold on the yoke, so I need to pin it to the fold. Everything is very simple. Have a look here. The yoke is pinned to the fold. There will be a seam on the center front. It should be pinned on the grain. The center back is straight, and the side seam can be narrower. The center back should be pinned on the grain. When I cut the back details, I'll unfold the fabric and cut the front. I'll show you how to cut the details for you not to have any questions. I remind you that I made these sides smooth, and these should be changed right on fabric. Don't make sharp angles. This is the yoke. I'll make a notch on the center back. I also need to mark the wrong side. Next, I need to cut the back detail. This is the side seam. I need to add 3 cm for an overcast. The front bottom will be edged with facing, and the back overcast. I know that some people make bottoms in overcast items wider. You know that I hate wide seams. The side seam will be 1 cm wide here and 5 mm wide here. This is enough. This is how the back looks like. Here is the center back, here is the yoke, and here is the dart. I've already showed you how to move darts and skirts with yoke. This is absolutely the same dart which was here. This is how it looks like now. All the details are accurate. I can move the back aside. Next, I need to unfold the fabric and cut the front. Do not forget about the pockets. I'll show you what you should pay attention to when cutting, in order not to have problems later. The fabric should be laid on the table face up. Pattern should also be pinned to the fabric face up. Be very attentive when working with asymmetric designs. I decided not to show you how to move the dart to the pocket, because it's very hard to do it. I decided that it's better to make a skirt with a dart than not to make a skirt. I prefer simple, clear techniques. This part will be overcast, and this one will be edged with facing. The length of the fly piece is 15 centimeters. I need to mark it on this side too. I remind you that I'm making an outfit. I'm going to make a skirt, a vest and a blouse. I'm adding 3 centimeters for an overcast. There will be a slit here. This is where it will end. I need to put marks 1 centimeter above these points. The patterns are pinned on different levels. Next, I need to draw a 1 centimeter allowance here. I need to do it in order not to have any problems later. Next, I need to add a 2.5 centimeter seam allowance here. On the other side too. You need to do it in order for the slit to look beautiful. Notice that the length of the slit is different here and here. There will also be a pocket here. You can make any pocket you want. Let's move on to the fly front. Of course, I could cut the center front in this detail along the pattern. In this case, I will have to cut some more details later. I'd better draw them now. I need to add 3 centimeters here. This is the center front. Here it is. The line should end a bit lower than the fly front. Do the same thing on the other side. Do not forget to draw the center front. Here it is. This is very important. Next, I need to pin the darts to trace them to the other side. We made our lives much easier by drawing these and these details. I need to have several different skirts, otherwise I'm not happy. I think I'll make a spacing seam in the center front. This detail will be double. I think that everything is clear so far. I remind you that we add 5 mm seam allowance to round details. Forget about white seams. It's almost impossible to overcast such bottoms. We could do it if it was straight, but it's not. This part will be edged with facing. Why have I added 2 centimeters here? It doesn't look good when this part of the overcast is narrow in the slit. The front is ready. Of course I need to cut lining, but before doing it, I will tack the skirt and try it on. If I don't need to alter or change anything, I will cut lining according to this pattern. That's all for today. Be different and beautiful. Next time we'll continue working with this skirt. My name is Paukšte Irina. Goodbye.